Yes, you already know what it is. Two of the best bad guys in the biz. I go by the name of Steph Ronan. That's my main man, Aaron McKee. And we
What up, y'all?
you on the street. Let's get into it. Yes, sir.
Let's start it, bro. You know where we're starting. The immortal Hulk Hogan passed away, heart attack. Live, I say the internet's 50-50 with love, 50-50 with the hate, bro. A lot of hate from this man after his passing. I'll let you speak on it. One of your goats, one of my goats. He's on everyone's Mount Rushmore. Let's get that. You can't say professional wrestling without saying Hulk Hogan. But I'll let you speak.
You was the one who broke the news to me before I'm about to take my little vacay to Tyree Island in Savannah, and I woke up, checked my phone, and it was Hulk passed. I'm like, what?
My brother texted to me. I'm at the gym. He said, Hulk passed away. I said, Lou Ferrigno? Like the old Hulk, like Green Hulk? I was like, he said, no, Hogan. Yeah. I said, oh, damn. Because in my mind, the immortal.
You kind of dismissed it, sort of like I did. Like I had a fucking fact check. I was like, wait a minute, hold up, bro. I'm going to Google. Bro, first thing CNN, Hulk Hogan dies at 71 years old. I'm like, wow. Because it was a couple of weeks ago that he passed. Yeah. So it was the same thing.
He's just the off and on with the health concerns, and then Jimmy Hart. Hart the day before said Hogan was fine, bro.
It's too much. It was just a lot of back and forth, bro.
It caught up to him, bro.
Ric Flair broke it down. He said he had 11 back surgeries, a neck surgery, kneecap surgery, shoulders. Like sometimes the body just says, "I'm done." I can't do it no more. So let me speak on this though. Sincerely, to the Bollea family, sorry for you guys lost. Hogan, to me, again, it's a weird dynamic because even though I wasn't a Hulkamaniac during the peak era, I still respected and knew that's Hulk Hogan. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't become a big fan of Hogan until he became heel in the NWO, and that's when I really I rocked with Hogan, right?
Yeah, Hollywood.
But, man, people would piss me off, bro. They would piss me off with the bullshit. You don't choose to stand on this man's casket and vent your frustrations of what the fuck he did when he was alive, bro. Like that's not the time and place. I don't care what he said. I don't care how derogatory. I do not care. It doesn't matter to me. You feel how you feel about Hogan because of what he said. That's your prerogative. That's you. You have every right in the world. But damn, to point this out on the day that he died, like, at what point do we? You wanna combat more negativity with more negativity, right? Like I've seen people. It was pictures like "Rest in Peace Hogan," and then they'll have the audio playing of when he was recorded saying the N-word and all types of stuff, bro. It's ridiculous, bro. That's no respect.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people posting the transcript of what he said.
To me, what I don't understand is, what is your point? What do you gain by pointing this stuff out about Hogan? About Terry? Like, what was their point? What is their game plan? Like, you want more clicks, more views? Let me know what it is, okay? And if you want to say, oh, fuck Hulk Hogan, that's your prerogative. But I'm not gonna say that shit because, like, again, whatever happened. Yeah. I've seen a lot more unpopular people do a lot worse, say a lot worse. So I don't care about it. We're celebrating the life of Hulk Hogan, not Terry Bollea. The character he played, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, two different people.
Word association. Yeah. Till this day, it's 2025. You say pro wrestling, the first name pops in your head. It ain't Roman Reigns. It ain't John Cena. It ain't Stone Cold. It's Hulk Hogan. Till this day, like that's how transcending of a generational talent. You talking about generational talent? He's it. He's it. And for what he has done for this industry and for what he has put his body through for all those years. He said over 30-something years he's been wrestling, okay? And a lot of resurfaced clips of him wrestling in Japan. Like, I think last night was the first time I've ever seen him with the red and yellow in Japan doing technical moves. I was like, what the fuck? Because I've always seen him do it when he was the blue and white boots doing stuff in Japan. But I've never seen the red and yellow Hogan do a fucking drop toe hold, turn around to an arm bar from behind the back, and switch it to a headlock. I'm like, yo. Great stuff, man. Great stuff.
Getting hella technical.
I just think it's very distasteful. Yeah. I think it's not right. To me, it's not right. I know people got their opinions. Well, he shouldn't have said what he said and all this. Man, that's fine. Okay. Again, I'm not condoning what he said.
Yeah.
I'm not saying what he said was right, but it was in the privacy of his fucking home. He wasn't saying it to nobody. He ain't say it to He would have said it to somebody's face. Woo, woo. That would have been some other shit right there. You know what I mean? But it was in the privacy of his home. He said what he said. All right. But you choose the day that he dies to point that out. Help me out here. You had since January 6th. Y'all had been on Hogan's ass since January 6th. And y'all keep bringing it up and talking about how much a piece of shit he was. Oh, he stopped the union. Bro, y'all don't give a fuck about that shit.
That's why they were like, he stopped that. I saw a lot of people say that he was a piece of shit. He stopped the union for wrestlers.
Exactly.
I was like, ain't none of y'all give no fucks about that shit, bro. Y'all do not give one inkling shit of that. And the only reason you know about that is because of the Vince McMahon documentary. That's it.
Exactly.
Other than that, you would never know.
At what
you
point
would never know.
Was the lines crossed, bro? Because Jimmy Superfly Snuka basically murdered his girlfriend. I don't hear people saying he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. No. I think it's like I can separate Hulk Hogan and his real life person. Real life person. Is he a full-on blown racist? I don't know. Only Hulk Hogan knows that. You know what I'm saying? But like it's like Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson's music, but I ain't gonna let him babysit.
Again,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of people love Michael Jackson's music still, and a lot of people hate Hulk. Some people out there love Michael Jackson music, touch little kids, hate Hulk Hogan saying the N-word.
Mike,
you know what I'm saying?
Still allegations. He's never been convicted of anything, so it's allegations and shit. You know what I mean? He nah.
He touched them kids.
No, I don't think he did. I think that was it was a money grab.
Allegedly.
That's all it was. He being friendly, let little kids over because he had a fucking amusement park in his backyard. You know what I mean? Because he never had a childhood, Mike.
Yeah.
So he just wanted a childhood. But with Hogan, bro, like, nah, it's
he was
ridiculous.
A weird motherfucker.
And I think it shows bad character on the day that he dies. Now, if you would have waited a month down the line and say, yeah, rest in peace, but man, this and that, that's a different story. But the day that he dies, you choose to stand on your soapbox and put this message out there because, don't forget this. We can't forget it because you've been talking about it since January 6th.
Yeah.
We can't forget it.
I just want to know where the energy was before he died. He had a bar in Florida. You could have went protest. Hogan's a racist. You could have held a sign the whole time outside his restaurant. You could have went to his signings and protested. But none of y'all did that. And y'all just waited till this man dies. Yeah. And then you want to protest this man. That's what I find fucked up. If I got a problem with someone in real life, I'm not going to wait till they're dead to then protest it.
No,
I'm a protester right now. You know what I'm saying?
So it's very distasteful. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. Like I am some of these YouTubers or some of these streamers, these podcasts that I've seen, I'm very disappointed. Very disappointed because like, damn. Like, where's the...
And, like, Chelsea Green had to apologize for putting a positive post about Hulk Hogan. Then this guy, I don't know if you know him, he's like a workout dude. He calls people out. His name's Joey Swole. So he went to the gym dressed up as Hulk Hogan. He got backlash, then apologized for it. I'm like, bro, stop apologizing. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. You don't need to apologize for it. Chelsea Green, you ain't got to apologize for it. None of these people... And why did they only attack Chelsea Green? There were so many wrestlers that said positive things about Hulk Hogan passing and how much of an icon he was, but they only went after Chelsea Green.
This is the problem I have with this.
Me, bro.
Why is it that you choose to make people feel the same way you feel? That's all you're doing. You're trying to force people to feel the same way you feel by people who want to celebrate Hogan. You want to demean him. That's your prerogative. But don't attack the people who's trying to celebrate him. Because let me tell you something.
You're only allowed to have an opinion if it's my opinion as well.
Exactly. It ain't allowed.
If it ain't that, you ain't allowed to have an opinion, motherfucker.
I guarantee you, there's not a human being on this fucking planet that hasn't done some dirt, has done some regrettable things, but also at the same time has a good side. Has done some good things. And a lot of people have been talking about Hogan's good side.
Yeah.
And you know what? And Eric Bischoff is a real friend, bro. I've seen so many times Eric Bischoff's trying to talk about Hogan this week, and he gets choked up. He can't even finish what he started because he he was a close friend of Hogan.
Stevie Ray said the only reason Harlem Heat got pushed was because of Hogan.
Oh, and Booker T said, he asked Hogan, he's like, why didn't you fire me when I called you the N-word? He's like, bro, he's like, I'm not interested in trying to get wrestlers lose their jobs. Now, see, that's what people forget. People think because Hogan liked to bury people and keep himself at the top, they thought that he won't get people fired. He never tried to get no one fired. He just don't want you to be bigger than him. You know what I'm saying? So
he said Devon Dudley said Hogan came to him after that shit got leaked and personally apologized to him. So, and that's Devon's story. I'm sure he did it to countless other
in this narrative,
athletes,
like Hogan never apologized. That is bullshit. I seen an interview where he literally he apologized like years ago.
That was a crazy thing because people are like, he said these things and never apologized. I was like, I'm pretty sure he's apologized like 1,000,000 times for it. Now, does that apology, is it truthful? Only Hulk Hogan knows that. That's his own person, you know, but is this man full of hate? Like, I just don't think if you're a true racist, you just would never want to be around or work with any other race. If you're a true race, you know what I'm saying? It just makes no sense to me when people are like, he's racist.
And what made it so bad is that
it's weird. It's a weird situation.
Oh, Hogan racist this, Hogan racist that. And then I've seen way more worse in old school wrestling where they going, well, I mean, that's Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Oh,
Bobby
that clip you sent me,
He said, I like that Coco Beware doll right there. Gorilla Monsoon was like, that's a gorilla. Almost, he said the gorilla's lighting. You know what I'm saying? Bro. But again, I've seen promos with dudes had a black opponents and they call them fucking boy and monkey and all types of crazy ass names. It was the time,
bro. The Triple H Booker T promos back in the day, bro. Terrible look for Triple. If y'all want to go uncover those clips, that you could be like Triple H's, right? But like they always at the time,
exactly.
It was like Jerry Springer couldn't be a show nowadays, but at the time, it was the #1 fucking show on television. So like, it's a microcosm of what the time is. And I know Hulk shit was definitely outside, daughter, whatever, all that shit. And then you got Homeboy, the one that let Hulk fuck his wife, is coming out saying he regrets that and that was a bad. I was like, bro, why are you saying this now that he's dead, man?
Bro,
there was that whole lawsuit and all that shit back in the day, but
fuck him. First of all, you should be disqualified from the homie delegation forever because you was the worst homeboy. You put your homeboy out on blast like that, bro. That is crazy. They had a little thing where they like to do a little wife swapping and shit, you know what I'm saying, and do all types of stuff or little freaky dicky things. And then he recorded the shit and put the shit out there. Like why? I don't know why, bro.
Brother.
I don't know, but nonetheless, we're gonna wrap this shit up.
Yeah.
May he rest in peace. It would not be a professional wrestling industry without Hulk Hogan. He was the spark that sparked it all, bro. Hogan took off like a rocket. And I don't give a fuck what he said. He said what he said. He apologized for it. I'm not here to judge anybody because I've done my dirt and I ain't perfect and I cannot sit here and bat an eyelash at somebody who did shit and if it's been public. So I'm not going to sit here and judge anybody. So, but what I will do is give Hogan his fucking flowers. And I told y'all motherfuckers on the IWC, you gonna miss him when he's gone. I said that shit months ago. I said, y'all gonna sit here talk all this shit with Hogan. When he's gone, you gonna realize how much he really meant, and he's gonna do it. I'm glad to see at least 50% seen that way. Rest in peace, Hogan, man.
Yeah.
Straight up.
And let's just give him his flowers real quick. Let's talk about the Mount Rushmore of Hulk Hogan moments.
Right.
We got the heel turn at Bash at the Beach. That's on there. Andre the Giant slam. That's on there. Rock Hogan WrestleMania 18.
That's right.
Probably Hogan's best match of all time. It's on there. But I got two.
What's that?
That a lot of people probably don't have on there. And this first one is Bash at the Beach 2000 with Double J just laying down. Hogan confused. Vince Russo. Hogan grabs the mic. That's why this company's going to shit. Y'all don't know what the hell you're doing. Like, bro, it was the first time shoot and work overlapped inside the ring and on television, and you didn't know what the fuck was real, bro. It was the first time you knew wrestling was scripted and not like, but then you were like, is this shit? Like, you were Vince Russo, Hogan used his creative control. He's a piece of, like, bro, it was so, and then Booker T ends up the champ at the end of the night. Hogan gets the win over Double J, but then Vince is like, well, fuck that. We're doing it this way. Double J and Booker T fight. Booker T gets the win. Bro, it was one of the craziest mind-blowing moments in wrestling history.
Say it was.
Yeah.
Hogan had the look on his face like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing here? You know? And I find it hard to believe that this couldn't be settled behind closed doors. That it had to spill over into an actual pay-per-view. Yeah, well, yeah.
Your boy,
you know,
Vince
about Vince
Russo,
Russo.
you know.
What's your second one that you got, bro?
Yeah. It is HBK Hulk SummerSlam 05 with Shawn Michaels just overselling everything, because the story was backstage that Shawn Michaels wanted a series of matches and this was going to kick it off, but Hulk said just one match and I'm not fucking losing. So we all know Shawn Michaels goes out there and just, it's one of the most entertaining matches, bro. It's so funny seeing Shawn Michaels do all that crazy dumb shit. And Hulk just keeps doing his thing, bro. It's so good, bro.
He kicked Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels did this crazy, overly animated turn, and he fucking fell, and Hogan just goes like this. Yeah. You're missing one, though. One of the major things of Hogan that defined him. We got to talk about this. You can't mention him without mentioning this one. 2, Hogan and Piper, WrestleMania 1, and Hogan and Macho Man, the Mega Powers.
Yeah.
There's lust in your eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like that
was almost on there.
Yes.
Yeah. The whole Miss Elizabeth it kind of got personal. That was another kind of is it real, is it fake type thing, you know what I'm saying? And there's many stories that Macho Man hated Hulk Hogan ever. At WrestleMania 9, they said that's why Hulk had the black eyes, because Macho Man punched him.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking Hulk said it was a jet ski
Bret
incident.
Hart over there,
we don't know what happened.
Bret Hart, you know, Bret Hart, you need to stop, first of all, before you end up walking your ass into the grave yourself. All that hate in your heart you have for all these people, you got to stop, man. He has too much hate. He's got so much hate, bro. He got too much hate, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? But listen, those are great moments from Hogan, Mount Rushmore. I'm pretty sure there's some that we're actually missing. But I mean, what a generational talent. We lost a GOAT this past week. Matter of fact, last Thursday. We lost a GOAT. Nothing but, you know, this man does have children and family. You know, it's a shame that people want to drag his name in the mud when he's dead and gone, bro. Like, where's your fucking respect? Like, I don't respect him for what he said. Well, then that's fine. Don't respect him for what he said, but you can't respect enough respect for someone who helped ignite the industry that you're actually monetizing off of, or actually have something to do by doing this, because this industry exists because of Hulk Hogan. You can't even give him some kind of grace. He gets no grace.
There wouldn't be wrestling podcast.
It wouldn't
if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We'd all be talking about Deep South wrestling.
Exactly.
Like, we'd all be talking about indie promotions. You know what I'm saying? This man,
there's a perfect word. Hulk Hogan globalized professional wrestling.
Yeah.
He brought it from here to just a southern regional thing and made it international. So, Hogan, you always be one of my people, man. I don't give a fuck what you said, bro. I don't care.
Yeah. All right, we go from the greatest heel of all time, Hollywood Hogan, probably, to the self-proclaimed greatest heel of all time, The Rock, the final boss. He says is the greatest heel ever in professional wrestling. And I'm like, bro, it could have been if you didn't fuck it up with whatever this was. If you didn't come out of Bad Blood and do a fucking down count. Like, from what you did for WrestleMania 40, that was all-time heel shit, bro. It was amazing. You're the final boss. It was amazing. But it's been tainted ever since then. You coming out on January 6th, the Raw on Netflix, and you're over here hyping up Cody Rhodes and be like, we're boys. We drink tequila now. You know, like, it could have been an all-time heel
So,
character.
let me get this
The
straight.
Rock
So The Rock basically
thoughts,
said that the final boss heel is the greatest heel of all time. Okay, that's some bullshit, bro.
Said it on WWE Unreal, bro. He said it's the greatest heel in professional wrestling.
Nah.
The final boss. With one fucking match.
No. I am
He's
so
the
sorry.
greatest heel of all time.
No. Matter of fact,
he ain't even top 3.
He can't
not
even
with the shit that happened.
First of all, I like Hollywood Rock.
Yeah.
More of a heel than this final boss Rock. Hollywood Rock was fucking phenomenal as a heel, bro. When he came back from Hollywood, and he was great.
Yeah.
He was great, but
against Cena.
Against Rock overselling himself again. This man been hitting that.
This man loves to self-promote, bro. Can't hate the man for it, but
I disagree. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either, bro. Not even close. And speaking of his little lackey, this is another reason why the final boss isn't the number 1 heel of all time.
Yeah,
is because you gave us motherfucking Travis Scott, bro. And now WWE has had a falling out with Travis Scott. Plans are over with. We're done for. Travis Scott, we'll probably never see him in WWE again for the near future. And I just want to say thank you. I just want to say thank you, Travis
Let me ask you a
Scott,
question.
for not being committed to WWE. I would love to
Did
say
they say who was responsible of bringing in Travis Scott?
It was kind of Triple H, bro. It was kind of like Triple H and The Rock. It was kind of that kind of thing, you know? Yeah. And Cody wasn't mad about the eye hit, you know? So he was FaceTiming Travis Scott right after that night. They were FaceTiming, and Travis was like, "You good?" And Cody's like, "Yeah, I'm good, man. You good?" Like, well, you know. So I blame The Rock and Triple H. And I love the way Drew McIntyre was on impulsive, and he was like, "We had a 6-minute entrance from some jackass who ruined the main event of WrestleMania." Yeah. I'm like, "Yep, sure was Travis Scott, bro. I'm good to never see him again." Good song sometimes.
Theme song.
Stay out of
Raw,
WWE.
I love that song 4x4. I love that song a lot. It's a good song. But Travis Scott was a waste of time for pro wrestling. He didn't enhance it. He didn't even enhance himself. It just fell flat. It fell flat. And sometimes you can't. Not every celebrity can go along and get along with what's going on with the world of pro wrestling. You have to be
especially
committed.
if you're not committed. It's a week to week thing, man.
You can't just
Jelly Roll.
Love him.
Shout out Jelly Roll. He's committed. Shout out when Bad Bunny was doing it. He was there in the build up to Backlash. He was there. Stephen Amell, when he had his feud with Stardust, he was there every week to enhance it. Travis Scott, you can't just show up at the PLEs and make no fucking sense to us, man. Can't do it, bro. Yeah. Everyone thought that was weed. I was like, that's clearly not weed, guys.
Don't know how to
that's
smoke
clearly
weed.
not weed.
Bro? Like, I'm gonna light and just go.
This isn't how you. It's
crazy work.
Hell yeah, bro. All right, bro. So we get Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan's wife, Brie Bella. She stated the roadblock to her getting back into WWE is that her husband works for AEW.
Well, really?
And I call bullshit.
I'm going to tell you why I think it's true.
Where's her husband work?
You cannot.
She's the biggest star in WWE women's division right now. Her husband is Buddy Matthews in AEW, bro. Tell you why. I just did.
Listen, are you really trying to compare Rhea Ripley to Brie Bella as far as stardom and power?
Brie Bella's a Hall of Famer, bro, in WWE. No. Bring her the fuck back.
Yes, I know she's talking about Fame and all this yin-yang, but check this out, bro. You talking about Rhea Ripley?
I know, but all I'm saying is there are couples that cross-pollinate between AEW and WWE. If your husband being in AEW was really a problem, Rhea Ripley wouldn't be getting pushed to triple threat matches that piss off everyone.
Rhea Ripley is a bigger star than Buddy. That's the reason. And as a company, that would be stupid.
For sure.
You know what? Your husband works for AEW. We're not going to push you, but you're all one of our biggest stars in the company. Nah. So I can see that. But the thing is, I think the reason why Brie Bella, what she was saying is because what she was trying to say is they don't bring her back because her husband is more popular than she is, right? You can't bring back Brie Bella without having Bryanson in the air. You know what I mean? You're going to get the yes
Yeah, because
chance.
you're going to get
They
the
see
yes
her,
chance again.
and she does anything like this, even if they tell her not to, the fans are going to do it for her. You know what I'm saying? And they don't want.
Yeah. Well, they tried to tell Bryan Danielson that he can't say the yes.
No.
He can only do this. So that's why when he came back at All In, you never saw him say yes because the WWE contacted him before All In, bro.
They said he can't even do this. He can't even do this. He can't even say yes or do this. And that's why he said when he comes out to the ring, he just goes like this. Like, so and keep it there. And he said, I can't help what the fans do. And just go
straight up.
But see, again, it's the WWP.
Yeah, you definitely
can't. World Wrestling Petty Entertainment. Like, here they go again. Like, stop it.
Yeah. I just don't think, if they wanted to use Brie, she's in the fucking Hall of Fame, bro. If you want to use her, bring her back. You know what I'm saying?
I learned this. A little bit of truth is always a little bit of lies, and a little bit of lies is always a little bit of truth. So I think it's a little bit of both, bro. I think there's something else why they don't bring her back, mainly. But I think that has something to do with it. I think that gave them cause for pause. Like, her man is still on AEW TV. She was once on AEW TV, matter of fact, for his last match, or last year, when he was, she was ringside.
She came in the ring
with his family and stuff. So
yeah.
It's WWE.
She came in the ring with the kid when he beat Swerve for the belt. Yeah.
It is what it is. You know, WWE, they feel like their best interest is not to ever correlate with AEW, but they decide to always keep AEW relevant by counter booking all the damn time. So who knows?
And let's talk about that, bro. Let's talk about the counter booking, bro, because that's a word on the street. We get announced World's End AEW is December 27th. December.
Mm-hmm.
John Cena's last match is going to be in December at a Saturday night main event, maybe called something else, Ruthless Aggression, Farewell John, whatever they're going to call it. What % chance do you give that John Cena's last match will be on December 27th?
100%.
After AEW announces
110%.
World's End, bro.
Shit. They're going to book. They already got Forbidden Door counter book. They're going to with NXT Heatwave.
They got Forbidden Door counter booked with NXT.
But it's a simple fact that it's still the essence of the WWE is in the air. I don't think they're taking eyes away. I just think they want to rule the weekend headlines. I don't think AEW. I don't think WWE is counter booking to make people choose like I thought they would, because when I thought about it, I was like, it's not about that, because everything's streaming. We can watch when we want to. I think it has more to do with
we're gonna watch it all
in the wrestling world headlines. That's all it is. So Heat Wave is gonna be there, and Heat Wave Forbidden Door clearly is gonna be the better show, like obviously, because NXT has been on a downslope ever since they got on CW. Just keep it a buck. And they're gonna counter book All Out. I guarantee you with something. They're gonna keep doing this until they feel like there's no benefit for them. But they want to rule the headlines that weekend, so they're going to counter book AEW. It is what it is. So it is. Yeah. We're gonna watch.
Sad day. Sad. We're gonna watch both.
We're gonna watch both, and we're gonna talk about both.
So we good to go. We good to go. Yeah. All right, bro. I got 2 things from AAA. And we're going to start with Grande Americano. Did you see that Mexican crowd?
Yep.
Loving Grande Americano, bro. Fucking singing with him. Fucking all the U.S. people. It's racist. It's this. This man goes to Mexico.
Yep.
He is loved, bro. Loved by the Mexican culture, bro. They do not give a fuck what y'all Americans say. This man is loved in Mexico, bro. Did a lot of us think like, oh, he's gonna get booed and shit down there? No, he got cheered
these folks
like a motherfucker,
in this
bro.
country that seems to be more offended by something that has nothing to do with them, but they're more offended than the people who have something to do with it. So
nothing to do with them.
I just don't understand, bro.
Yeah. I knew the second he went in, they're gonna love him, bro. Because I mean, I've just known the Mexican culture growing up, Arizona, Texas, have tons of homies. But my boy said, he said he's not Mexican, but he was like, they would only hate Grande Americano if he was
That's
another
true.
Latin race. They don't
That's
care
true.
if he's white or German. But
That's
if he was
true.
another
That is
Latin
so
race,
true.
they'd be pissed as fuck, bro.
It's in the Asian culture and the Hispanic culture. Boy, it's like if you a certain type of Asian, you another way Asian, boy, they do not like each other. Same thing with Hispanics. Like if you a Mexican and the Colombian, oh my God. Salvadorians, Mexicans and Honduras, bruh. Whoa.
You got the Argentinians, bro, all that shit. As long as you white or German, we'll fuck with the Grande Americano.
What is this?
You put a fucking Guatemalan in that shit, we gonna have a problem.
Yeah, that's true.
But so the word on the street is AAA, WWE wants to put a PC center down there in Mexico. They want to send, listen to this, bro. They want to send the coaches from Mexico up here. They want them more speaking English. They're basically turning it into NXT Mexico, bro. And you're going to tell me, people online, we talk about it all the time, is WWE burying TNA? People are like, no, they're helping them. I was like, bro, they're fucking burying them. Their views might be going up, but it's all WWE talent that's the ones getting the views, guys. Let's get that clear. Let's get that clear right now. Now the AAA, who's in the motherfucking match for the world title now? Dirty Dom, Grande Americano. Is Dirty Dom going to win the fucking AAA championship down there? Because it seems like it, because that crowd reacted super loud for him. You already got Los Garza as the tag team champs in AAA, and that was motherfucking instantaneous when WWE is helping AAA. They want these people to speak more English promos. They want them to be more WWE like on TV. Bro, I love WWE, but bro, they're just trying to fucking monopolize these companies, bro. Yeah.
The industry to make everything produce wrestling their way.
Their way.
And it's not really pro wrestling like that. It's sports entertainment, which is nothing wrong with that. I'll enjoy sports entertainment like the next man any damn day of the week. I love it. But having different choices and varieties is what makes the industry thrive. You understand? Yeah. You can only take American sports, for instance, right? Let me use this for an analogy. Even though the NFL is king of football, but they're not the most they're not the only professional sports conglomerate on the block. You still got NHL, who still does good ratings and still have a large fan base. You have the NBA, who still gets it in. I mean, hell, even women's baseball baseball is here forever.
Baseball
that's making women's basketball do this. You know? So but the WWE, they don't see that way. The WWE wants the whole industry to revolve around them. They want to rule the whole industry. Sort of like how UFC did with the MMA industry. Because we used to have Bellator, used to have was it Strike Force. You used to have so many other
Force.
It's just UFC. Yeah. That's crazy.
UFC's bought a bunch of them. They bought
I don't agree with that shit, bro. I like to have different choices to go to when they ain't giving it to me. Because guess what? When they're not gonna give it to you, who else you gonna go to give it to you? Nowhere. Just AEW for right now. Just AEW.
Just AEW.
And I will say this about the TNA and AAA shit. The thing is, WWE bought AAA. They
did. They're in a partnership with TNA, but they do own a lot of AAA.
So they can.
So they have the right to do what they want. They do have the right to do what they want.
WWE Mexico, if they wanted to, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And it's going to be NXT Mexico, bro, or NXT Latin America. It'll be something like that. It'll be something like that. I would rather prefer the WWE to be a silent partner, a sort of way. Like, we'll bring a little bit of our stars here to help get some notoriety, but overall, we're going to let y'all just do y'all thing. Yeah. It will help bring money and back you up. Yeah. But the benefit for that, for us as WWE, is that we get to pluck who we want from your stars and bring them up to our show. You know what I'm saying? And we get to have another platform to bring some of our stars that we don't really utilize that much on TV here. We'll bring them down there, let them get some airtime, and it'd be like another developmental type of, promotion. So I don't know. I don't like it, bro. Like they taking over everything. They trying to take over the independents with the WWE ID.
They trying to they sold up with Evolve. And did you know that Evolve was actually an
all
old
that,
wrestling
everything,
promotion
bro.
that they bought years ago and they're just now revitalizing it?
Yep.
And you can watch that shit for free on
Yep.
Tubi, right? On vacation, the Airbnb we stayed at,
Yeah.
they didn't have no cable, so they had nothing but a bunch of like apps on the smart TV. I watched Tubi, right? And I clicked on
Just
the episode
apps.
of Evolve. I was like, oh shit. It exactly was what I thought it was. They're really trying to make this like AEW light. That's what they're really trying to do as far as the in-ring action. You know what I'm saying? So,
and you got the referee Jessica Carr down there wrestling with a mask, bro. Yeah. She down there with a mask wrestling down at Evolve. Yeah.
Because
she wants
it
to be
seems
a
like
wrestler.
most
She wants to be a
referees
wrestler.
start out to be wrestlers and they just couldn't make it, so they throw them in the fucking ring as a ref. Well, you know, Charles,
Now
Charles
my boy
Robinson,
Charles Robinson,
little
though.
Nate.
I don't think he ever.
But yeah,
little Nate, bro. But I think WWE is not helping AAA. They're helping WWE. That's their main concern, and I understand that. If I was a company owner of WWE and I buy this company, I want y'all to help me. Which, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I mean, if like, bro, all TNA, bro, we're about to have all NXT champs in TNA. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy to me. That's crazy. As a president of TNA, bro, I'd want to fight back on this, bro. I want my belts in my company. I don't want my belt all the time. Remember how big a taboo it was to see that promotion's belt on that team? Remember when Alonda Blaze with the trash can, bro? On that was mine. But now we see it all the time. But we see it with other belts in NXT. And it's crazy to me, bro. It's crazy. It blows my mind. That was big ass taboo back in the day.
Of course.
I would never let the belt leave my company. You know what I'm saying? Like
the thing that I'm getting from this, it seems like the WWE is really trying to move forward with this invasion-like storyline with TNA to NXT. And I think that's what TNA is allowing them to basically monkey shit on them right now, because they feel like the payoff is going to be, we're going to get some of our brand, some of our stars on WWE TV. And right now, I think the company is thinking about the longevity of TNA. Like, we can get more eyes to our product if we do this now. If that's the case in this storyline with Trick and old girl getting all the titles and stuff for JC Jane, if they do all this, and it does translate into a TNA versus NXT type of ordeal, then the payoff will be immensely great for TNA. Right.
Like the invasion aspect. TNA. Like,
yeah. My question about AAA is, what happens when you're losing more money than what you're actually putting in? Do you just want to cancel the promotion, cut your losses? Because TKO don't play that shit. They will cut.
Yeah, they might have just bought the company to steal some of the talent, like what's his name, Vikingo. And I swear to God, bro, if I see that Mr. Iguana on WWE TV, I'm fast forwarding every fucking minute of it, bro. I do not want to see that shit. That stupid gimmick, bro, with the fucking that people are wrestling the fucking stuffed animal iguana. I don't want to see that, y'all. I don't want to see that. I wouldn't even. 12-year-old me would not want to see that, bro. I'm okay. I'm okay with a Mr. Sacco because that's still the wrestler. I'm okay with Santino Morella's Cobra because that's still the wrestler. I am not cool with people doing leg drops on stuffed animals, man.
I'm not cool with stuffed animals.
12-year-old me would not like that.
People in Hurricanrana. I'm not cool with that at all, bro. You're not gonna make me.
I'm hitting fast forward if this iguana motherfucker shows up on my TV.
To me, wasn't he supposed to be on Raw a couple of months ago? He never really.
They said they're like selling merch right after the Worlds Collide shit. There was a big push for him because he got huge crowd pops. I'm like, I don't think he did. So I think no. But what if Dirty Dom becomes AAA champion or Grande Americano? Because like people would be online to be like, no, they're just helping AAA. No, they're burying the
Dirty
fuck
Dom
out
will
of
become the
man.
AAA.
That's what it is.
Champion. I can guarantee you that. I feel that.
I think so too, bro. That pop was so huge, bro. That pop
was more
massive,
of because
bro.
it was Dirty Dom himself, or was it because it was a combination of we got a WWE guy and Dirty Dom at the same time, like in our ring, and not expected?
I think it was Dirty Dom, bro. I think it was Dirty Dom. People are behind my boy now. Yeah. And especially if I don't know. Well, yeah, I think fucking SummerSlam's before this upcoming AAA event. So if Dirty Dom loses the IC title, he's definitely winning the AAA title for sure.
But yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. Facts, bro. Crazy, bro. Crazy. Bro, so we had a Chelsea Green push angle, and she wanted to become Lily. No, this ain't the Unreal one, bro. We'll get to that. But she wanted to be Lily come to life for Alexa Bliss. Lily Doll comes to life. It's Chelsea Green, Chelsea, Alexa Bliss together. I'm not mad at it. If there's one person that can pull off any angle, anytime, anywhere, it's Chelsea Green. And she had the best Unreal mode. How much of Unreal have you watched?
I haven't watched anything. I just
couple
seen
episodes.
Clips online.
None. You haven't watched any of it.
All this shit. I haven't seen anything yet. But I will say about the show, it's different from what I initially thought it was going to be. This show is This show is a fucking work. It's a fucking 100%. Work. The whole show, bro.
Yeah, they definitely don't do as much as I thought they would. Unveil. There's definitely still a lot of shit they're not.
I just didn't like the clip 100%, I saw, where Kevin Owens and Cody had their match, and Kevin Owens telling him, "Oh, my bad, I didn't mean to, did it." I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that because that.
Yeah, Bust It Open said it. They were like 48 minutes of every episode is good, but there's 5 minutes we don't like of every episode.
Speaking of Bust
It Open, because it goes too far,
Dreamer, bro. Tommy Dreamer said exactly what I've been echoing for the last couple months before the show came out, bro. He's just like, I don't want to see the magic. I don't want to see it. You know what I'm saying? Because what's happening is once you continuously show this to people, other than them complaining about stuff, it's going to subconsciously affect how they watch wrestling. It's going to kill some fandom. It really is. It's
just going to make you think, too, because, like, they showed Elimination Chamber where, John Cena wins. He, STFUs are...
Phil.
Yeah, STFUs Punk after Seth curb stomps him on the cage. That was CM Punk's idea, bro. They're setting the match. CM Punk, that was all CM Punk's idea. So it's like, every match now I'm be like, oh, whose idea was that finish? Like, stuff like that. And then you also had fucking the thing with the Royal Rumble with Chelsea Green, which was a great idea.
Yep.
But now I feel like you just burned that idea. You can never do that idea now because you let us know that was an idea. You know what I'm saying? So now when that happens, which I do think that's going to happen one day, bro, and it's a fucking great idea. Everyone's eliminated. 30 comes out. They just automatically win the Royal Rumble because they're the only one left, bro. Fucking great idea, bro. But now we know that came from that guy. And, like, I don't see any other wrestler that would make sense with. But it would have been crazy to see that shit, bro. She was the U.S. champ. If she wasn't the U.S. champ at the time, I think they would have.
It was such a WWE thing to say, an idea. So it would have been perfect for Chelsea Green to come out and do that. But on the roster right now with that booking idea, I don't know who could fill in that role. I don't see.
Nah. Mm-mm. And then I will say the last thing about Unreal. Hold up. What was I gonna say? The fucking shit, I forgot. It was in my mind. I just lost it. If I think about there it is. So all this, backstage drama, Charlotte Flair wins the Royal Rumble. She comes backstage on Unreal, and all the girls are around cheering her. Woo, Charlotte, woo, Charlotte. Well, today a report comes out from I think Frightful or something, and they say that shit was, all the women were forced to do that for the Unreal show, bro. So like you said,
work, bro.
It's a work. They were saying that on Busted Open too. They're like, this whole show might
my
be
favorite
work,
part,
bro.
the clip that I seen when you see Triple H talking to Jey Uso. I'm gonna put the fucking rocket on your back, you know? Okay, I'm gonna put the rocket on your back, but I don't want the rocket to come crash landing. Okay, you understand? You know? And I wrote a comment, and I was like, so Triple H basically just told Jey Uso, don't get no more goddamn DUI. That's exactly what he just did. He basically told him.
And Jey Uso this was not a good look for Jey Uso, bro, at all. This whole Unreal show.
Are you talking about
was not a good look, bro. They just kept showing clips about him talking about how hard it is to be in singles matches and you got to do all the work instead of like, if I get tired, I can tag in my brother. Then they show a clip of him coming back after a match and he tells Triple H, I ain't gonna lie, my entrance got me tired, you know, coming to like, it got me gassed. Like this was a bad look for Jey Uso. And then all the like, they talk about him like, They pitched, well, all the writers said CM Punk needed to win the motherfucking Rumble. And then some writers said John Cena. And then Michael Hayes, I believe, said, well, we got Jey Uso, who's fresh, young, crowd loves him. So they went with Jey Uso. But then in that period between Royal Rumble and Mania, the writers' room, they weren't certain Jey Uso should win at Mania. They're like, he can't handle the pressure, stuff. This was just a bad look in my view of watching Unreal. It's a bad look for
I haven't even seen
all the way
that,
across.
and because you said that, now I'm just want to purposely see what you're talking about. But I didn't need to see Unreal to see all this, to know all this shit, bro. I've seen it every week. This motherfucker come out there and get so blown up from his entrance that he can't even cut a decent promo because he's out of breath. And I remember I told you what John Cena said to Jey Uso. You're lazy. You're lazy. And I can see that. You can tell Jey don't put a lot of work into his body.
Yeah.
You can tell Jey don't put a lot of work into his craft as a pro wrestler outside than what he do. And you can tell Jey likes to hit that bottle a lot too. Let's keep it a buck. Jey be on that juice. The Oos be on that juice, bro.
Oos. He likes to drink Oos.
But again, it just solidified everything I felt in my heart and my soul. I'm like, he's just not there yet. He's not there. It's a difference between being popular and having a catchy theme song and a catchy entrance. But then that's the other side that you got to fucking hold up to, man. And he just hasn't done it for me, man. And I love Jey Uso as a tag team. Like, he's my favorite. The Usos is my favorite tag team of all time. Like, to me, I think they're the greatest tag team of all time. That's my opinion. And the Bucks, but I'm just saying, bro, like, this proves it right here, bro. This is what I've been talking about, man. He ain't it. And I'm gonna
the Unreal show was very telling, very telling. But they gave him the belt.
You see why they took it off
for a short time yet again.
You understand?
Yet again. Yeah, they should have left that Intercontinental Championship on him. It would have been perfect.
One thing I didn't like about the Unreal, what I saw from the clip with Jey, there was one clip where he pulled up to the arena and the dude is doing his job. He's doing his job. Yeah. The dude don't know who Jey Uso is, but he know who Mark Henry was. He said, can Mark Henry vouch for you? Yeah. He was like, I'm Uso. And it looked like Jey was getting bothered. And now, I don't know if he was bothered because he was in a rush and he wanted to get in, or he just felt disrespected because he didn't know who the fuck he was.
Yeah. He's probably like, bro, I'm one of the biggest stars in this motherfucking arena tonight right now, bro. And the guy's like,
no, he was like,
he's like, are you Mark Henry?
Mark Henry's behind me. He said, he can bounce. He said, Mark Henry vouch for you? Yeah. I'm going to go check. And he wouldn't let him in. And to me, that just shows you that sometimes as wrestling fans, we think the people that are popular are bigger than what they really are. We think, oh my God, look at that pop. That's like, how can you not? Everybody loves them. It's not true. That is not true. That is not true. And what gave me, again, I'm going to say it, what gave me more solidification about that is what happened with the fucking Evolution with Rhea Ripley, bro. Rhea Ripley gets the biggest pops, but she ain't enough to sell out no goddamn arena.
Yeah. Yeah. I know I was arguing with someone on Twitter and they're like, Evolution sold out. I was like, bitch, I was there. It was closed off, bro. And then even in like with all the closed off sections, there was still a lot of empty seats, man. But that's neither here nor there. Let's go, Lil. Cody Rhodes, haven't listened to the whole podcast with Bill Simmons. Looking forward to it. Got released today. I haven't seen it released yet. But bro, I cannot wait till the documentary comes out where we know everything that happened with Cody Rhodes and AEW, bro. He said he felt disrespected. And this is the first time I've heard him say he felt disrespected. I haven't heard that yet. I have yet to hear, but he said, I felt disrespected. And he said, it's one thing to feel disrespected in WWE because WWE is like this company that's been around forever. He's like, me and my friends built AEW. So feeling disrespected in that way is a little fucked up. Then he goes on to say, he's like, there's no bad blood. That's what he kind of like. But he said, I'm just going to go do my thing and be great somewhere else and prove y'all wrong type shit.
It was very vague
on all this, bro.
He didn't give any details. Very vague.
Very vague. But he said the disrespect, and he never said that before.
But at the same time, I want to know what was the disrespect about. Why did he feel disrespected? And what did he do to make them feel like they had to disrespect him? See, we get caught up in the age of reels and 30-second clips, 60-second clips, 3-minute clips. We get caught up in the hoopla of what that person say, and we take it to the bank. Oh, he got disrespected. This is why AEW sucks. Da, 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 da. But it's always three sides to every story. Exactly. Yeah.
Yours, mine, and the truth.
I don't know what Cody did or what he didn't do, but I'm pretty sure
it might not have even been about Cody. It could have been about Brandon.
Right about that.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right about that.
Because the man's going to defend his wife. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, but I will say this. For AEW to not even offer him a contract, that's big.
And he did refer to Kenny and the Young Bucks as his friends still in this interview clip that we saw. But are they still friends, or is that some of the disrespect? Dude, I cannot wait till we see
side
this
of the ring
in the true story, an autobiography, something. You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait because I want to see the dark side of the ring about CM Punk. I want to see that
Cody Rhodes and the AEW. Yeah, that shit too, bro. There's so much drama, bro. Crazy, but I look forward to it, bro. You got any word on the streets before we go to fan questions and a little overrated, underrated, properly rated? Because I got one for you, bro. I got one for you.
See a word on the streets? Nah, bro. I don't think I got any words on the streets this week.
No,
I gotta you make
me
want to
watch
it now,
Unreal, bro. You gotta watch it.
And the clips I've seen of it, I'm like, okay, they're just chopping it up
good,
off
bro.
the match. Like I always know that's how it goes, so I'm not tripping about that. But again, I didn't like it when I saw Kevin Owens like bloodied and shit. He's like, oh man, my bad. I meant to contort you this way, but I don't want to see that shit, bro.
Yeah,
I want to see.
Yeah. Like I said, 49 minutes of the episode's good. Like Bustin' Open said,
I'm surprised.
5 minutes are bad.
I'm surprised a lot more wrestlers are coming out and actually talking against the show. I'm surprised. I really am. I thought it was going to be more of them supporting the show.
Yeah.
But they're talking against the show, and it's like you're kind of showing a little bit too much for us. You know what I mean? There's an allure of wrestlers that you always. I know that shit is scripted, but damn, that shit like it fucking hurt. Like, damn, it's always that. But they taking all that out the window by having the show. So I'm gonna peep something out. I'm gonna peep it out.
Yeah. And it shows Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan are pretty good friends. They used to be tag partners. We're another good friends, but it takes away a little bit. But we're gonna go to our news section. Last week it was DDP. Bang. This week I got a good one for you. And I think we'll both agree on this. It's overrated, underrated, or properly rated, bro. And it is my wife's favorite wrestler of all time, China. Is she overrated, underrated, properly rated? And let me give some context here. First woman to ever be in a Royal Rumble match. She did it twice. First woman to win the Intercontinental Championship. I believe she did it 3 times. She was the number 1 contender for the WWE Championship, but the match never happened. But she was the number 1 contender, bro. All this love for Lita and Trish for starting the women's division. That's all I hear. And I never hear this girl's name. China. I know there was women before her, the Mae Youngs, all that, the Bull Kanus, all that stuff. China is the reason for the women's division right now. So in my opinion, she's still underrated because she's only in the Hall of Fame because of D-Generation X. She is not in the Hall of Fame because of her goddamn self.
Yeah,
and that
I
needs
agree.
to be rectified.
She's very much
ASAP.
underrated.
What are your thoughts?
Matter of fact, I wanted to say this a couple weeks ago, but it slipped my mind. I said Marina Shafir is a China 2.0. That she gives me China vibes, you know,
Yeah.
that silent, like the real China, like before she got, you know, all the work done. Like when she first came to WWE and she was like, who is this buff girl? Like just don't never talk. Marina Shafir right there.
Yeah.
2.0. China, she may have not been the person to flame the revolution, but she goddamn was the spark. She was the damn spark of women. Yep. She was.
She was the match.
Being taken seriously in the WWE as far as pro wrestlers. And you know, the funny thing is, I've never seen her up until the time when she started getting involved with the men. They never displayed her as a wrestler, female wrestler with the other women. She never had a fucking match.
There wasn't many women's wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? You had, what was her name? Ivy back then. It was very, I mean, you had the Stacy Keeblers, the Tori Wilsons, but they were doing bra and panties matches. Why China's over here wrestling men? You know what I'm saying?
None. The only women wrestler they had then was Alundra Blaze.
None.
But then she went to WCW and Medusa. And then they had the Japanese girl, what's her name? I think you said her name already. She had the Bolin, you know what I'm saying? She was there. And then they had some wrestler named Big Bertha Faye, but she wasn't really doing that. So China didn't really have anybody who could match with her and believe that she could win because she was so built and so chiseled. So they used her in the aspect of being like the manager, the valet, the interfering matches and stuff like that. Her and shit. A lot of people forget about Rick Rude was in DX. Don't forget about that. You know what I mean? So she was doing that. So when the women's division started picking up with more women, by that time, bro, China was already the Intercontinental Champion. She had a match with Jeff Jarrett. She already was a vital part of D-Generation X, the original D-Generation X.
Yep. And it is a damn shame she is not in the Hall of Fame.
All because of
by herself. China deserves a love because you think it's that Stephanie Triple H, because Triple H used to get down in the sheets. I don't think that's with China. You know what I'm saying? And then
her porn career.
What do you think it is?
No, she actually
with my boy X-Pac
with some porn stars. She was actually in porn. No, it wasn't just the one with the X-Pac. I thought she just did
the one with 1, 2, 3 Kid.
Ain't no fun with the homies can't have none. That's what Triple H said.
Yeah.
Eskimo,
Eskimo bros, bro.
So yeah, but she was actively in porn. And I think, yeah.
But China is definitely underrated because I don't think she deserves.
And she can't ever get them because she's dead and gone.
Deserve.
And I really feel like China was ahead of her time, and she's most definitely underrated. So yeah, to me, she's underrated. And it's a travesty that she's not in the Hall of Fame as an individual.
All right, bro.
That is sad.
It's sad day. All right, bro. We get a first fan question. LJB wants to know, who do you think has a better women's division right now? WWE or AEW?
I think WWE has more compelling women's storylines overall than AEW, but I think it got more depth.
They have more depth too. But at the top, the tippy top, there's Toni Storm, Mercedes Moné. It's hard to touch that. I mean, you got Rhea, Naomi, Io, Liv when she's healthy, Bianca.
So if you got that surface right there, right? And anything else after that is that, right? In AEW, you have Toni Storm, Mercedes Moné. You got Willow Nightingale. You got Chris Statlander. They doing some things with her. You got Megan Bayne. They pushing the shit out of Megan Payne.
Terrible promo. But
listen, let me tell you something about that Statlander
promo was fucking terrible, bro. Oh, God, it was bad.
I am happy to see the progression of her. Bro, she never used to talk at all.
Yeah.
But for her to come out and see what she was doing, I'm seeing the progression. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing the growth, okay?
Yeah. And I thought it was weird on AEW, too, that Stat was calling out Willow, but then Willow was calling out Tekla. I was like, so Stat is calling out someone who's not even worried about it right now type. You know what I'm saying?
But
they both cut promos on different people.
To Willow,
it was weird.
When Willow was obsessing over Stat.
Willow's promo was pretty bad too. It was bad promos for women in general this whole week in wrestling. You got Lyra, Willow, Stat.
Look, man, like
bad.
That was crazy right there. But listen, the AEW do have a cream of the crop type of women. You know what I'm saying? They got theirs. They got some good women there.
Yeah.
I just think
the higher tiers are less people than the higher
like
tiers
5
in
WWE.
WWE.
And it's the same thing for it's like probably like 6, 8 or 6 in the WWE.
If you got tier A in AEW, I think it's Tony, Mercedes, and then tier B is going to be your Athenas, Megan Baines.
Yeah.
I think she's right there. I think she's in between. I think she hasn't reached the pinnacle tier.
The reason why I'm saying she needs to be in tier A.
We'll see this match.
She was in
Tony Storm
the whole time since she's been in AEW for like 2 years. She's been in R race the whole time, but immediately jumps up and got Tony Storm. She's tier A in Athena. Trust me.
Yeah,
she's tier A.
She's tier AB. She's right in the middle. Not Antonio Brown though. But then you go tier A in WWE. You got Rhea, Bianca, Naomi, Liv. I'm not going to put as much as I love TV Time. I know she's a women's champ.
There's only 4 right now.
But that's 4 right there. Who else can we throw in there?
You said it's Io, Rhea, Bianca,
Io. That's 5.
Nope, you can't put her.
Bianca,
can't put her there
Naomi.
Yet. She's not there yet, bro.
Liv.
No. She's been killing it.
Naomi?
She's been killing it. Trust me, that's my girl. But to put her up.
When we did Wrestler of the Half Year, bro, people said Naomi, and I was like, that's a good point. She has been
I'm not going to put her in tier A.
I'll put her in tier A, bro. You're not?
I'm not going to put her over Becky Lynch. Would you put her over Becky Lynch?
Tier AB. This year, currently?
We got to talk about the whole totality. We ain't talking about this year. We're just saying for period. Since who had the longevity of being a big star, is Becky Lynch more than Naomi, right? Yeah. Overall. And we talking about overall. So, they really only have like 4 major women that's like really get crazy pops and like always inserted on the show in WWE. And then you have a bunch of tier 2 women that is on the bubble. I would say Naomi's on the bubble, but she's not there yet. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
She's on the bubble.
Same with Tiffy Time. She's there. I know you
Charlotte can always be inserted into that top tier, but
shit.
Totality.
She's not right now. Currently, she's not. But if you look at totality, she's A, But I think the woman with the most upside in wrestling today.
By far. Yes.
Megan Bain.
Yeah.
In my opinion, bro. She's got the look.
Yeah.
She definitely can bang in the ring for sure. She could be the biggest women's star of all time.
The right booking,
if she gets
she can
the
definitely
right
dominate that
booking
division of AEW.
For sure. Yeah. But if you had to choose a women's division, if you're starting today a wrestling promotion, are you taking WWE main roster, AEW main roster? I'm taking WWE. I think it's slight edge WWE. They have more top power, less depth. AEW has less top power, but more depth.
Damn. If I'm building a sports entertainment company, I'll definitely get WWE. But a pro wrestling company, I'm talking about who can put on bangers. Yeah.
If you're starting a company and you're building it in your ways, you're taking AEW's women. All right. All right, we go to CC24. How do y'all feel?
Oh my God.
About stalkers at the airport with these wrestling people, bro? Bro, did you see the clip of Tiffany Stratton being surrounded by Solo Sikoa and the MFTs, bro? They had her like just surrounded, and people were still trying, bro. You get Stephanie Vakir trying to get to a fucking elevator. It's just nonstop. And in my opinion, that's not the fans, bro. That's people trying to make money. Sign this.
There was a story. I'm going to bring it back home. There was a story about Russell Westbrook, and he just ignored his fucking kid. And it was like, why did he ignore the kid? He's like, can you sign this for me? And he said because he was offered a blue Sharpie. And he automatically knew what the kid was trying to do with the blue Sharpie was trying to duplicate his signature on multiple things. That's why they say always use a black Sharpie, because you can't duplicate it on different stuff. So he ignored the kid, and everybody was having an uproar about this. And it's the same thing with the wrestlers. Like personally, and I've been around a lot of stars. Like I used to hang out with Allen Iverson, and I never once asked for his autograph. I never once took a picture with him. I went to strip clubs with him, drank with him. I never once tried to do that. I don't get starstruck. And some of these people are actually fans, but even though you have a fandom of these favorite superstars, leave them the fuck alone at the airport. Because I just came back from the airport on my vacation, went to Jersey. My flight was only 2 hours. I can only imagine a flight from Glasgow or fucking England and or Saudi Arabia, and you landing here, you're tired, you're ready to go into your next move, get into your car and go to your hotel, and you getting stopped every single second because someone take a picture. Can you take an autograph? Can I talk to you, bro?
Yeah, everyone's recording you, bro. Like getting recorded. Probably it's just like the cameras are pointed at you. Like it's just an awkward. I feel bad.
IWC wrestling community. Can we all at least, most of us, get on the same page, and can we give the wrestlers that space from the airplane to the airport to their car? Let them be. If you want to wait for them after the show, wait for them after the show. If you want to wait for them before the show, knock yourself out. But that privacy moment, that time to reset, that like, I'm tired. Every one of the superstars, you look at their face, they look tired, bro. They're like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah. They got headphones on, hats on, hoodies on, and people are like,
did you hear the story with John Cena?
I'm like, bro.
John Cena said
swing on y'all,
he left like a restaurant or something, and this dude followed him. He literally pulled his car over, got out the car, told the dude, said, hey, man.
Oh, yeah, I did hear
picture, come up to me and ask me.
Let's take a picture or something.
He said, but you following me right now, this is on a whole nother level. And I don't want it to get to a point to where I have to feel like I need to defend myself. John Cena was strictly 100 with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he took a picture with the dude and everything. But after being stopped, you can't treat these people just because they're public figures. You can't treat them as if they're not human beings and they don't need a privacy. You know, one thing I would never do is go up to a wrestler in public and I see them out with their family, their significant other, and no, I'm going to leave you the fuck alone. I met Ric Flair. I didn't even say nothing to him. I looked at him and did my head like this, and he did his head like that and kept walking into the movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got to say nothing. I ain't need your autograph. I don't need nothing from you. I do want to acknowledge you and appreciate you putting your body on the line for our entertainment purposes, and I want to give you that respect to just keep it moving. I don't want to hold your time up. But I don't understand people, bro. I don't understand people. I want to get a picture of this person. Bro. First of all, I don't like glazing like over people like that anyway. Period. You know what I'm saying? It's just not me, bro. It's just not me. I would rather want to chop it up with a motherfucker like I did with Allen Iverson when I met him. We had a whole full-blown conversation at the bar. Me and him was drinking and shit, and we was just chopping it up to the point to after we chopped it up, he's like, hey, Steph, man, you're a cool dude. Let me get your number. He asked for my number, bro. I ain't asked for AI's number. That shit set me. I'm like, damn, that shit was cold. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'd rather have that conversation with that person, and then I have it here for life, and I can go tell somebody like, hey, I met this person. Well, we don't believe you if you don't have an autograph, you have a picture. Fuck you. I don't care. I'm not going to sit here and lie about some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I remember when I sent you that picture of Rhea Ripley at my buddy's job in the airport. The girl took the picture just because she thought Rhea Ripley was like an Instagram person.
Oh, shit.
She didn't even like know she was a wrestler, bro. She was just like, I follow you on Instagram. I love all your tattoos, like all that shit. So it wasn't even on some wrestler type shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, leave him alone. Leave him alone.
Crazy, bro.
Leave him alone.
Crazy, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Leave him alone. Especially with the autographs. That's just, I would tell you to fuck off. And I want to ask the wrestlers, you know what I'm saying?
Do you guys
tell you to fuck off?
Because the way the climate is now with social media and everything, do you guys feel obligated? Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise you're a dickhead or a bitch.
Some of these things sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You know who ain't obligated? Fucking CM Punk.
Yeah. I've heard it was Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed, though, he said, I don't sign shit at the airport. He tweeted that shit. He's like, I don't sign shit at the airport. I was like, that's fair. That's fair. If you want their autograph,
Yes.
go sit outside the arena. I think that's a fair place
Leave
to
him alone.
ask for an autograph. Yeah. All right, bro. Kevin Z, he wants to know, when did not needing a belt for top stars begin? Like when people are like, he don't need a belt no more. He's bigger than the
80s.
belt. When do you think that started?
Yeah.
In the 80s? But not to our man Hulk Hogan, bro. That motherfucker always wanted the belt. You know what I'm saying? Even Hollywood Hogan wanted the belt. Think about Rock, Stone Cold. They wanted the belt. HBK wanted the belt. Bret Hart wanted the belt.
How many championships do you remember Roddy Piper? But he was big.
Not too many, because there was Hulk. There was Hulk though. Hulk was bigger though. When do you think let's, for example, today Roman Reigns doesn't have a belt right now. I think his character would be better with a belt right now. I don't think he's so big he doesn't need a belt anymore type shit.
Doesn't.
You know what I'm saying?
He doesn't.
I think top stars need belts, bro.
Maybe Roman needs better storylines, because the last storylines he came back after he lost his title to Cody, ever since he's been back, has been mediocre at best, to be honest with you. But he don't need a fucking belt, Oos. He don't need a belt. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He needs some shoes, though. He needs some shoes, though, because Bronson Reed stole that motherfucker.
I was like, Bronson Reed from L.A.? They do that shit in L.A. They take your shoes and they whoop your ass.
Yeah, he said, I got your J's, bitch. Someone online was like, only young kids would know what that means. You getting jacked for your J's.
Bro, that's some old school shit, first of all. Motherfuckers whoop your ass and then take your shoes and throw them on the fucking telephone.
Yeah.
Them just be hanging. That means your ass got whipped right there where them shoes were at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So listen, Roman don't need a belt because he's bigger than a championship. They got him. They want to use the championship to make the person bigger than the championship. That's what it's for. Let's not get it twisted.
See, I think the big man needs the belt, bro. That's how I'm old school like that, bro. I'm old school like that. If you was the biggest name in the company, you had the belt. Think about it. HBK was the big man. He passed the torch. Stone Cold. Stone Cold had the belt. Then The Rock gets the belt. Then, like in WCW, Hogan had the belt. Who's he passed it along to? Lex Luger for a little bit. Goldberg. I want the big guy to have the belt. Sting. The big guy has the belt, bro.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
That's just how I am.
I used to think that same way until I seen the climate of wrestling's changing. It's not the same climate as it was, to where the belt is so important. Like, you gotta have it. You gotta have it. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't saying the belt is not important. It's still a vital part of what everything circles around, right? But it's to the point to where if you don't really have the belt, you're not really missing out. Like people like John Cena. If John Cena didn't have this belt in this run, would we really be like, oh, he needs the belt? Nah, we wouldn't. Because it's John Cena.
I just needed him to get 18. You know what I'm saying? I just needed him to get that win. But I do want to see him retire with the belt. But my thing is, I feel like the belt back in the day meant you was the top dog, the Bret Harts, the HBKs. Nowadays, they try and use the belt to make you the top guy. They try and use it as a boost. And I'm like, no, man, they got to become the top guy.
Well, maybe
then they get the fucking belt.
Maybe
you know
it's
what I'm
how
saying?
they're utilizing the belt now is what made it kind of lose some of its value.
Yeah. Like Cody, when he won the belt at 40, he was the top. I mean, no, Roman's still the top guy, but he was one of the top guys. You know what I'm saying? But when they gave Gunther the World Heavyweight Championship the first time before Jay, they were using that to push Gunther. You know what I'm saying? They were using that to hopefully help Gunther. When Jay won the belt, they were using that to hopefully project Jay even higher. Then they realized, this man ain't got no cardio.
So, like I said before, as far as Roman Reigns, I'm gonna sit and wait and see where I put him on my Mount Rushmore. And if I do put him on my Mount Rushmore, somebody got to drop off. And I already know who it's gonna be with it. If Roman Reigns finish this run the way he's doing, and he ends it, and he gets another championship run, he ends it, and he's like, I'm done. I will put on Mount Rushmore, and I already got the perfect person that I'm gonna replace him with.
You said it was Hogan, Stone Cold, Rock, Cena. So who you taking off to put on
stay tuned.
Roman Reigns?
4-4 Heelz podcast.
I think it's got to be The Rock, bro. It's The Rock, bro. You got to take The Rock off. You had to take The Rock off, bro. You have to. Because Hulk meant the most. Cena meant the most. In like, bro, you can't even name some people in Cena's eras. Like, it's hard to name. After Ruthless Aggression era, and we went to PG, it was all John Cena, bro. It was all John Cena. Think about how many shitty champions we had in that.
Only
era,
had
bro.
one. Cena. Cena was always the champ, bro. He held that belt for mad long.
You had Rusev. Come on,
that's
bro.
The tail end.
Fat Rusev at that.
Let's talk about the height.
Yeah.
Tail
the
end.
Jinder Mahals. Even though I love Jinder,
Batista.
Don't hinder Jinder.
You still have Shawn Michaels. You still had Edge, Randy Orton, Undertaker, Mark Henry.
Obviously, Undertaker.
John Cena did come up with some. He had help. He had stars.
Mark,
not a good what?
Mark Henry, not a good rock. Dude, I love Mark Henry. That was Cena versus Mark Henry was not a good rivalry, bro.
Bro, let me tell you something.
No. Mark, when have you ever watched a Mark Henry match and been like,
I remember a couple of them because when he was going, when Mark Henry, wait, hold up. I don't know if you've seen this though. I'm just saying, fuck that one.
I remember Sexual Chocolate.
I'm talking about the Hall of Pain, Mark Henry. But Mark Henry was a monster heel, and he beat Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight Championship in the middle of the ring, and everybody popped in surprise. I was like, what? When Mark Henry slammed.
Yeah. But that match wasn't, you wouldn't rewatch that match 100 times being entertained 100 times.
Bro,
Mark
listen,
Henry matches
that
were
match
not
with Randy
that good,
Orton at Night of Champions, when he beat Randy Orton for World Heavyweight Championship title, that shit was fucking phenomenal. That was a good match. One of the better matches that I can remember from Mark Henry. But that started his Hall of Pain run, which was his best run ever. That's what I do, Mark Henry.
You had the great Khali champion. Come on,
bro.
Come on, bro.
Why you do that, man? That's low hanging fruit. Why you do that, bro? Well, of course, the Punjabi prison match.
The Punjabi prison match, bro. Terrible. They had three of them.
What the hell am I watching right now? His first match, remember his first match was with Punjabi prison match? Remember who it was with it? Nah.
Was it Undertaker?
It was Batista. It could be Undertaker. You're right. It could be Undertaker.
I thought it was Undertaker. It could have been Batista. I don't know. I was never a Batista fan, bro. I was never a Batista fan.
Yeah, he wasn't. Nah.
It wasn't for me. Give me one more match. Give me what I want.
He had the look.
One more match.
He had the look. Look like $1 million.
Stop, bro.
You know, and people. He's more famous for his entrance theme than more anything. People love his entrance theme. Definitely Xavier Woods. And your boy Pritz.
He wasn't for me.
Tyler Breeze.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
All right, bro. That's all we got. Like, comment, subscribe. We got some big news coming shortly, y'all.
I'm glad you said that. This is what we got a clip for celebrating our 1-year anniversary officially as a 4-4 Heelz podcast. Aaron and I, we are going to be giving away some merch. All right, you like the hat? You like the shirts? You like the signs? You like the koozies? We got all it all. But we're going to pick out one fan for the next couple of weeks. Stay tuned to next week's episode to hear all the details about how we're going to pick out the fan. And this is our appreciation, our way of showing love for people who followed us, who interacts with us, who comments, likes, subscribes, the whole nine. It's been a wonderful journey. We got bigger news coming up. We only going to the tizap. Promise you that. So stay tuned to that. Merch giveaway with the 4-4 Heelz coming your way.
Like, comment, subscribe, y'all. Ooses. Peace.